Hello friends, in today's lecture we'll study a series and parallel circuits. So let's see for a DC circuit. Okay. Now what are the essential part of any DC circuit? So any circuit must have a source. Okay. Then source means any battery or some generator. Okay. We are dealing with only DC generator. Okay. Then there should be a conducting material, that is a conductor. Okay, there should be load. Okay, load means what? Any lamp connected or heater connected or motor or fan, whatever which are connected is called as a load. Okay, so these are some basic parts of a DC circuit. If I have to draw a circuit, I can draw like this. See, okay, now I will show a lamp. This is a symbol of a lamp. This is how you can see a circuit. Actually, there are element resistance, inductance in it, but currently I am showing you simple circuit. Now, the closed path followed by a direct current circuit is called as a DC circuit. This is a DC circuit because it has a closed path. If any wire is broken in between, then obviously there will not be any closed path and it will not be called as a DC circuit. Okay, now this figure shows a bulb connected to a battery through some conducting wire. Okay, now this is not the proper circuit. Actually, circuit must have some elements, like there should be, what is this bulb? Bulb is a type of resistance only. Huh? Okay, so I can draw a circuit like this. There is a resistance. A battery, this is one cell. If I want to show another cell, it is like this. If I want to show another cell, it is like this. Okay, okay, this can be a circuit. Okay, now bulb is a resistive load, so it is shown like this. Okay, resistance is means bulb can be represented by resistance also. Okay, so this is also load, this is also load, doesn't matter what it is. It is bulb, or sometime there may be fan. Okay, there may be motor, there may be some other type of load, heater or whatever else. Okay, now the resistance, there will means it is not necessary that there should be only one load or one resistance. There can be several resistance in a circuit. So the way by which these resistances are connected are, either they can be connected according to their connection. According to connection, they are classified as series circuits, then parallel circuits, and then series parallel circuits. Okay, these are the three types of circuits. Now what is the series circuit? First of all, we will see series circuit. Series circuit. What is series circuit? Circuit in which resistances are connected end to end. Okay, end point of one resistance is connected to start point of another resistance. Means this is one resistance, this is starting point, this is end point. End point of one resistance is connected to the starting point of another resistance. Okay, how means as many as there are in a circuit. Okay, for example we will take three resistance, not necessary. Okay, and connected to a battery. Now these resistances three, or you may connect many more. These resistances are in a series. If I call it as R1, this is R2, this is R3. Okay, this is AB. Current is flowing, which is I. This is the voltage, which is V. Okay. Now what is Ohm's law? If you remember Ohm law. Okay, we have seen in last lecture. It is V equal to IR. So voltage at any element is nothing but the resistance into current through that particular element. So what is the voltage over here? Now just for means, as you people are very new to BEE, let me give you one simple example. If this is V is, consider 30 volt. Okay, What I am telling is a theoretically true. Practically there might be a difference, but I am trying to make your concept clear. If 30 volt is there and if these three resistances are equal, okay, then this 30 volt will get distributed in these three particular resistances. Okay, so 10 volt over here, 10 volt over here, 10 volt over here, 10 10 10. This is how 30 get distributed. Now if current is 5 ampere is flowing through the circuit, now one can say that circuit, then current get reduced. So always remember, in series current remains same. So 5 ampere current is going, when it enter it is 5, when it is leave it is 5 only. Okay, current never get drops. So in series current remains same of 5 ampere, but voltage get drops. So 30 volt get distributed as 10 10 and 10. Okay, means not necessarily 10, just for example. Okay, just for example, if resistances are of different values, the drop will be also of different values. Okay, so it depends on how it exactly works. Okay, so this is how we can see that the voltage get drops at three particular resistances. Like, now let's see. Voltage drop at this resistance is given as by Ohm's law. V at this particular resistance is I into R. Okay, so voltage drop at R1 is nothing but voltage drop at R1 is V1. Voltage drop at R2 is V2. Voltage drop at R3 is V3. So what is V1? V1 is by Ohm's law I into R, but resistance is 1, so R1. Shall I write I1? No, not necessary, because I is same in all three resistances. So voltage drop at R1 is IR1. Now voltage drop at R2 is V2 equal to IR2. And voltage drop at R3 is I into R3. Are you getting? Now, as just now I said, the voltage it get distributed among these three resistances, right? Now, so 30 is equal to 10 plus 10 plus 10, means what I can say that V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Am I right? Okay, but what is V1? V1 is I into R1. I into R1. What is V2? I into R2. What is V3? I into R3. Okay, so I is common. I can say R1 plus R2 plus R3 into I. Am I right? Now, if I take this I on left hand side, it will become V upon I equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. But what is V upon I? See here, from Ohm's law, it is nothing but R. R means total R, or I can say RT for total. So V by I, if I replace by RT, so RT total resistance is nothing but R1 plus R2 plus R3. So what we learned? We learned is, in series circuits, resistance are added. Resistance are added. Now we'll see voltage divider rule. Voltage divider rule. Many times when you solve the numericals ahead, you will require to apply these rules. So just now we saw that V1 equal to I into R1, right? V1 equal to I into R1. But if I replace I, what is I? Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? V equal to IR. Am I right? What is Ohm's law? V equal to IR. So what is I? I is nothing but V by R, where R is the total resistance. R is a total resistance. So now it becomes as I is V upon RT. So if I replace that I by V upon RT, it becomes V upon RT into R1. V1 equal to V upon RT into R1. Similarly, what is V2? Voltage drop across second resistance. It is V upon RT into R2. And what is V3? It is V upon RT into R3. Am I right? Okay. So voltage by voltage divider rule, I can give you one simple trick. When your resistances are in a series, you can apply voltage divider rule. Okay, when they are in parallel, okay, I will tell you later. But in series, when you apply voltage divider rule, if you want to find out the voltage in this resistance by voltage divider rule, what is the rule? Rule is voltage at particular resistance is equal to, again I will write V1 here is equal to total voltage, that is V, into the resistance at which you are interested to find out voltage, that is R1, divided by total resistance RT. See, similar? Similar for this voltage across this is V2 equal to the total voltage V into resistance across which you are interested to find out the voltage, that is R2, divided by total resistance RT. This is the voltage divider rule which you will require. Now next we will study a parallel circuit. Parallel circuit. Okay. Now parallel circuit means circuit like this. See, where resistances are connected in parallel. Now we are drawing a generalized circuit which looks simple, but parallel means connection can be anyway. Means it can be like this: one series resistance, one another resistance, and for this resistance this is a parallel. Are you getting no? Then for this whole combination there is a parallel resistance. There is a complications we'll see later, means how we have to deal with these circuits. But now for we have considered very simple circuit. R1, R2 and R3. Current flowing is I. Voltage is V. Now exactly opposite to the series circuit. Voltage will remain same across all three resistances. Okay. And current will get divided as I1, I2 and I3. So in parallel, current get divided and voltage remains same. And in series, voltage get divided, current remains same. Exactly vice versa. Keep in mind. Okay. So now, what is the current through R1? Current through R1 is I1 equal to V upon R1. What is current through this R1? Current is given by Ohm's law. Ohm's law is V equal to IR or I equal to V by R. So what is current here? Voltage at this resistance divided by resistance. What is voltage at this resistance? As I said, voltage will be same at all three resistances. So this, if this is a 30, then that 30 will directly get applied at R2. That 30 will directly get applied at R3. That 30 will get directly applied across the R1. Okay, so voltage is same. So what I can say, the current in this particular resistance, that is I1. I1 is given as a voltage at the resistance, that is V, divided by resistance itself. So V upon R1. What is the current at R2? Current at R2 is given as I2 equal to V upon R2. Similarly, current at R3 is given as a, that is I3 is given as a V upon R3. Right? Now for parallel circuit, as I said, the main current is summation of all these three currents. So I can write it as a I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Or else I can write V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. If I take V common, it will become 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Okay. If I take this V on a left hand side, it will become I upon V equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay. But what is I by V? What is I by V? What is Ohm's law? See here, V equal to IR. V equal to IR. So what is I by V? Means V should be taken on right hand side, R should be taken on left hand side. So 1 by RT, T means total resistance. 1 by RT equal to I by V. Right now? So I have to replace that I by V by 1 by RT. 1 by RT equal to, why I am doing all this? I am trying to tell you that how resistance should be added in series and parallel. 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 is total resistance. Okay, so If I want to find total resistance RT, I can write it down as a 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 inverse. Okay, or 1 by these things. Okay, this total resistance. Okay, now let's see current divider. Current voltage divider rule we have seen. Current divider rule, let's see. Now, current divider rule, it is also again simple. Either you can derive it or there is a trick also. If you want to see how it get derived, let me show you. This is R1, this is R2. Current I1, this is current I2. Now what is total resistance? 1 upon RT equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Okay, how it is to be solved? We have to equate the denominator. So it will become, multiply here R2 plus multiply here by R1 divided by multiplication of both. R2 plus R1 upon R1 plus R2. Okay, so if I am to find RT, this is 1 by RT, no? So RT means reciprocal of this. R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, now what is voltage? Voltage equal to V equal to I into R by Ohm's law. Okay, but R just now we have derived. So I can write I into R, I have derived R1 into R2 upon R1 plus R2. Okay, this is the equation for voltage. Now, what is the current? We are dealing with the current divider rule. No, what is current I1? I1 is given as a I1 equal to, current here is voltage by resistance. So V by R1. Am I right? What is V? We just now I have derived this thing. So I can write I1 equal to I into R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 divided by R1. So R1 will get cancelled and I1 will become as a I into R2 upon R1 plus R2. This is I1. Okay. Now let me tell you a trick. The current in particular, current in this resistance by current divider rule is find out as a, means this is I1. No, shall I write it here? Don't get confused. Current in this any resistance. Now we will find for this resistance. What it will be? Current I2 equal to, how it is find out? The total current, which is I, multiply by the opposite resistance to the resistance through which current is to be calculated. Now we are interested to find out current through R2, right? So find out the opposite resistance, that is R1. Okay, write down that on a numerator. R1 divided by addition of that two. R1 plus R2. Am I right? This is a trick. Similarly, current, let's see whether we get same. I1 is given as a total resistance I into, now we are interested to find out current through R1, no? So what is opposite to it? R2. R2 divided by addition of both R1 plus R2. See, it is same as it is. Okay, so this is how series and parallel circuit works. Now, for you people, I am giving a task. Okay, what is the task? So I'm giving two circuits. This is 12 ampere. Okay, this is 4 ohm. This is 12 ohm and this is 6 ohm. Okay, these three resistances are given. Total current is given. Now tell me what is I1. This is I1. This is I2. This is I3. Okay, find out I1, I2 and I3. Okay. Okay. See whether you can find it out. It's very easy actually. What hint I can give is to find out the current, what you will require? Voltage. Now how to find out voltage? That is up to you. You can find out the equivalent resistance. Okay. How to find out equivalent resistance, that you know for parallel circuit. That equivalent resistance if you got, then y ohms law v equal to I into R. You are having I. If you got equivalent resistance, then that resistance multiplied by I is the total voltage. And once you got total voltage, that voltage will be same for all three resistances, and you will get the current. Okay, so let's solve this. So one more thing, I just want to tell you that now we need to find out the resistance reductions. Means what if I have given a circuit like this, 2 ampere, here 4 ampere, 4 ampere, and if I ask you to find out the equivalence, 2 4 4, this is A B, and my question is find out equivalent resistance across A B. How to find it out? See here 2 ohm, 4 and 4 parallel, so this is called the resistance reduction. Important term, resistance reduction. So 4 and 4 parallel means what will be total resistance? RT equal to 2 parallel, no? So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 means 4 multiplied by 4 divided by 4 plus 4. This is 1. This should be 1 by RT. Huh? 1 by RT equal to 1 by 4, 1 by 4. Okay. And if I want, this is complete RT, normal RT, because 4 plus 4 divided by 4 into 4, and that is inverse, then you will get this. So 4 4 is 16 plus 8 2. So RT is 2. Total resistance for these two resistance 2. Now always remember, when two resistances are equal, parallel, yeah, when two parallel resistances are equal, their equivalent resistance is always half. There is a trick. Okay, so now resistance, what is a new circuit? 1 2 ohm resistance, and these two I have reduced, no? Now 4 4 parallel, it becomes 2 only, so I can draw like this circuit. This is called the resistance reduction, 2 and 2. Now 2 plus 2, I can draw one resistance, that is of a 4 ohm. So my answer is a 4 ohm. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay, so now what you have to do is reduce this circuit. This is 6 4 9 8 12. Okay, you need to find out a equivalent resistance. You need to find out equivalent. This is AB, A and B, equivalent resistance across AB. Okay, this is your task. So with this we'll stop here.